city, not within the city limits, but there's not anyone I knew that was not elected or something.
Well, I can't even ever name the school board member who represents Bowie.
I can't either, and that's amazing. But you know, John, that's what we are working very hard on here, as representing the community channel. And more people should be concerned about what can be. And this station, we'll refer to it as station.
I like that.
And
how about network?
This network station could literally be a great asset to the citizens.
It could, since we're seeing the demise of other media.
Yeah.
You know, slowly but surely. I agree with you. We just have got to get more activity in this, more people on the air. We went through this at a recent show, but it still stands. We need more. This could be a very, very valuable community resource.
Absolutely. And we're thinking about interns.
Yeah.
Anyone that lives in Bowie that would like to be an intern.
They're welcome.
By all means, call.
Yep. They'll get an autographed picture of Bert and I.
Right. Yeah. Even get invited to occasional board meeting.
Yep. There we go. And I go to the annual awards dinner.
Right. And that's.
But they have to pay for their own food.
But not that much. But I think we should.
That's coming up, isn't it? When, April?
It hasn't been set yet because we're trying to get into the Bowie Performing Center of Art.
I don't really think after last year that we need to be at that large, huge facility. We can do it right out here in the community room.
Well, that's right. That's an option, I'm sure. And there's some other discussion about this theater in the woods.
Yeah, well, that's pretty remote.
It is not only remote.
What do they call it? The multi-purpose room right here at City Hall. We used to do the Citizen Awards in here.
That's right.
You know, very effective, no problem.
And it had a large turnout.
They had a huge turnout. People used to be in the hallways.
That's what we need to get done, and that's something that we should talk to the board members about.
Yeah.
And although we've made reservations.
Well, you are the chairman.
Well, and you're the vice chairman. But we did have to make a reservation commitment, and we're in line because there's no available times at the old, used to be called Brava, at
I know.
Performing Arts Center.
Yeah, they always seem to have trouble fitting local things in. I don't know why.
That may be the case. But anyway, that's the subject to come up at the last board meeting. And I think probably, we were talking about other venues, and I didn't even think about, I just overlooked the multi-purpose room entirely.
There's plenty of parking.
Yeah.
Catering is possible.
I think we'll have to do that.
Okay. We have 5 minutes left, Bert.
Oh, no
Come up with something exciting.
Oh. Well, number one, John Rouse is out of the snow.
Boy, I am barely out of the snow. I was getting concerned with the snow on the roof and the...
Oh, yeah.
Holy mackerel.
Well, you've heard the story. Walmart had a roof problem.
Yeah.
They had to, I went over there to the Giant, and the big crane was up there. Terrible situation traffic-wise there. And I understand Safeway at the new shopping center up in, is it Fairview off 450, north of here, where the old turf farm used to be.
Oh, yeah,
had a problem. Similar. And like the Walmart, I think was detected by a leak, fortunately, because it could have come down.
Yeah, this was...
Then there was a fire department building that collapsed.
That's right.
The roof.
Yeah. Well, this is the worst combination of snow that since the 19th century.
Absolutely.
I've never seen anything like this here before.
Well, you know, it's just like also a post office somewhere. I'm not in Bowie.
Yeah.
Had a portion collapse there, so there was a lot.
Well, my mailman only missed, I think, 1 or 2 days. That's it.
Yeah, that's about all. They couldn't even walk down the street until they got him moving on.
Yeah.
But then the driveways were the problem. You couldn't get to the house. And my son does a lot of work with homes, and he had 100 customers he couldn't get to.
Really?
For the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Wow.
That was due to be called on. And, you know, I very rarely talk about that, but a lot of people then were calling after they'd been coped up a few days, calling for service. He said, look, your driveway cleared, so I had to park somewhere.
Yeah.
Even though the road was clear. So that was really the delay as we're wrapping up, John, that was tough. And not only were a lot of people at home because they couldn't get to work, and then the feds opened up half a day and all. You ought to have seen the back up of people today that afternoon, where they realized they were getting back home, they were backed up out in
Oh, well, you should have seen Baltimore. You know, our house in Baltimore, the street on which it's located, I think it was just plowed yesterday. And of course, it's all on-street parking.
Oh, yeah.
And people were putting up chairs and, and umbrellas, you know, stay out of my parking spot. Well, of course, that's not their parking spot. It's just, you know, first come, first served. So the mayor this week said, no more of that.
Yeah.
But this, my son's not having too much of a problem now, parking.
Well, he's getting in now. Well, I went to a get-together in Glen Burnie, family thing we do annually. And my youngest son had it. He'd got a new thing, house, townhouse. We literally...
Your youngest son, what's he, about 40?
Well, yes, it's about like that. I started early, John.
Yes. Yeah, you were 10.
The important thing, they had the same thing still going on here last Saturday night over there in Glen Burnie. Huh. And then the townhouse development, and of course he had cleaned out a lot for a lot of people, but he didn't put anything there but his vehicle, you know.
Yeah, no, the Bowie people were lucky and are lucky to have the Public Works Department it has. And if they find things to complain about, they should go to some of these other areas.
That's right.
Even Stephanie was, Steni's press secretary was telling us, told me in an email, she had a foot of ice in her street, and it just recently was coped with. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not in Bowie.
No, no, she's not in Bowie.
Well, probably in D.C.
D.C.
That's where a lot of problem is.
Yeah,
I used to hate to go down.
Oh, D.C. was a mess. Well, it's always a mess.
Yeah, it is. It really hadn't changed even with a small amount of snow. And then it odd, that's where Mayor Barry, who was the mayor at the time.
Oh, I see they nailed him again.
Yeah. And he was in California, I think, and didn't come back for a hard snow.
Yes, I know. Yeah, but they've got him now for some kind of corruption.
Yeah, I think he was getting, what they say is the lady had kickbacks from someone.
Kickbacks from his girlfriend who he got a job. The guy has no shame.
I don't know. You know, this is where...
We should savor our mayor.
Yeah.
You know, who the only bribe he's ever taken that I know of was a Big Mac.
And didn't count that as bribe because he was very hungry.
Yes, he was hungry. That's right.
So, you know, John, the future holds for us, particularly during this campaign run now with our county, with our delegates, our state assembly. And we haven't even talked about what's happening at the state assembly.
No, we haven't.
Technically,
we'll have to talk about that some other time, I guess.
And I haven't heard a lot about what's happening.
I never hear much from the General Assembly. You know, Peters used to make an effort at communicating with people. I don't see that much anymore either. I don't. Maybe he's gearing up for his campaign.
Could be.
Which could be a challenge, I think, this year. I think even locally, people are so fed up with politicians that I would not want to be campaigning.
Well, you hit it.
Okay, Bert, we're told that Jim is going up and down in there again as usual, saying it's wrap. So we wrap. It was nice chatting with you as usual.
We'll see you next program.
We will see you on the next program. We may have a guest.
Yep.
And thank you, audience, for tuning in, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks.